Everybody, may I have your attention please? People at the back, do you hear me? Welcome, my dear tourists. Is everyone excited about today's trip? Yes, I know so. But before anything else, let me introduce myself first. I am Kristen K. Cabentoy, or simply call me K, one of your tour guides for today. Later on, you will meet my co-tour guides that will join us until the end of the day. But before anything else, I have a friendly set of rules for you to follow. First, take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but memories, and kill nothing but time. Secondly, don't leave your things unattended. And lastly, in case of emergency, don't hesitate to approach me because I'm always ready with my first aid kit. However, in today's situation, we are now facing a virus outbreak. That is why there are some additional precautions and protocols that we need to follow. Miss Angel, can you elaborate it for us?
Thank you, Ms. Teen. From the Travel Connection Agency, it has always been our utmost priority is to ensure your safety. To complete our safety travel, here are the safety precautionary measures to avoid contact with the COVID-19 virus. Please do remember the S, T, and I. S, that stands for safety. Please stay with your good behavior during our trip and do not leave your global things behind. Always wear your face mask, face shield, and bring alcohol at all the times for sanitation, and also maintain the social distancing while practicing good respiratory hygiene. T, take nothing but memories, leave nothing but footprints, and kill nothing but time. Always remember the quote that said, "Clean as you go." I, that stands for instructions. Always pay attention to my signals indicated by a flag, which means that we need to gather back to the starting point after the specific time given for everyone. And lastly, did you know that smiles can bring up your day? Can I see your beautiful smile, guys? Great, everyone, you are all pretty amazing, especially you. To start with, it's March 28, 2022 for time check. It's 7 a.m. Please synchronize your time as mine to avoid delays and missing in action during our tour. All done, tourists? Thank you so much. Now, to start our tour, may I call on my beloved tour partner, Ms. Oraga, to explain our first destination during our trip.
Good day everyone, my name is Mary J. Oraga, or you can call me Ate MJ. I am your step-on guide for your next destination. I would like to take this opportunity to formally say thank you to our coach captain for bringing you all here safe. So, are you all guys excited for your next destination? So am I. So just wait for a while till we approach our next destination. We are now here in Paco, Manila. As you look beside your window, you will see the simbahang San Fernando de Dilao ng Paco. The church was built to honor the Spanish King Saint Ferdinand III of Castile. Did you know that the Dilao word from San Fernando de Dilao ng Paco came from a native plant that was used to color the textile yellow? The church was built in 1580 and is 442 years old today. The church was first built in light materials, which is nipa and bamboo materials. But now, as time goes by, of course, the church was renovated in stone. The parish was used as the pro-cathedral of Manila during the structural renovation of the Manila Cathedral. The church inside is notable for its Romanesque Byzantine interior with the recently Italian Baroque-styled altar. Most notably, the Latin inscription is similar in style to St. Peter Basilica in Rome. So that would be all. I hope you guys learned a lot from me. See you around and keep safe. Goodbye!
Now we are here at the Philippine Columbian, Plaza Dilao, or most commonly known as Old PNR, Paco Station. Paco is a station on the South Rail Line of the Philippine National Railways, and it serves Paco in Metro Manila. It was originally built across Plaza Dilao in 1915, which was during the American colonial period, and the old station, however, was partly demolished in 1996 by a developer that began constructing a shopping mall next to it. The demolition was not completed due to the cancellation of the mall construction, leaving the facade intact up to now. In 2009, the old station was replaced with a new station at the corner of Quirino Avenue and Pedro Hill Street. In 2015, the Department of Transportation and Communications mulls the planned restoration and conservation of the old Paco Railway Station building. Heritage advocates, including the Heritage Conservation Society, welcomed the development.
Hello and good day everyone. My name is Angelo Tan and I'm your step guide for today. Later on, I will show you where is the Quirino Grandstand and the Sergio Osmeña Highway. Thank you. Quirino Grandstand. The Quirino Grandstand, formerly known as the Independence Grandstand, is a grandstand located at Rizal Park, Manila, Philippines. Contrary to popular belief, the first Independence Grandstand was not originally located on the present site of the Quirino Grandstand on the area close to Dewey Boulevard right across the Rizal Monument and the flag pole. It was completed in 1946 of the ceremony of the Declaration of Philippine Independence from the United States on July 4, 1946. Juan Arellano designed the original grandstand in the neoclassical design with ornate elements added to the structure such as triumphal arch at the top with two wings that shaded the main galleries. Osmeña Highway. The President Sergio Osmeña Senior Highway segment starts from an intersection at Quirino Avenue in Paco, Manila and straight up to Alabang in Muntinlupa. The part of Osmeña Highway which passes through Manila, Makati, and Pasay is toll-free highway before reaching the Nicos Toll Plaza from which the expressway begins. Heading southward, the expressway has exits in Marville Subdivision in Bicutan and in Parañaque and Sucat, Alabang, and Philinvest in Muntinlupa. This segment was formerly known as the South Superhighway before Republic Act 6760 was passed. Naming it after former President Sergio Osmeña, this highway may be called local links of the expressway within Metro Manila. Most of Osmeña Highway parallels in PNR Metro South Commuter Line. Osmeña Highway starts at the traffic light with Quirino Avenue. It then crosses San Andres Street, Ocampo, Vito Cruz Street, and Zobel Rojas Street. The highway climbs over to pass above Hill Puyat Avenue through the Buendia flyover with the service roads to serve that avenue and several side streets. Skyway starts on the ramps past Buendia flyover. Osmeña Highway crosses over Arnaiz Avenue and soon crosses over EDSA at the Magallanes interchange. The concurrency within the Pan-Philippine Highway starts at the interchange.
As you can see in our right side is the Manila American Cemetery and Memorial in the Philippines. It occupies 152 acres on a prominent plateau visible at a distance from the east, south, and west. It contains the largest number of graves of our military dead of World War II, a total of 16,859, most of whom lost their lives in operations in New Guinea and the Philippines. The headstones are aligned in 11 plots forming a generally circular pattern set among masses of a wide variety of tropical trees and shrubbery. The chapel, a white masonry building enriched with sculpture and mosaic, stands near the center of the cemetery. In front of it, on a wide terrace, are two large hemicycles. 25 mosaic maps recall the achievements of the American Armed Forces in the Pacific, China, India, and Burma. On rectangular trunnion limestone piers with the hemicycles are inscribed the tablets of the missing, containing 36,286 names. Rosettes mark the names of those since recovered and identified. Carved in the floors are the seals of the American states and its territories. From the memorial and other points within the cemetery, there are impressive views over the lowlands to Laguna de Bay and towards the distant mountains.
Manila Film Center is a national building located at the southwest end of the Cultural Center of the Philippines complex in Pasay, Philippines. The structure was designed by architect Froilan Ong, where its edifice is supported on more than 900 piles, which reaches to the bedrock about 120 feet below. The Manila Film Center served as the main theater for the first Manila International Film Festival, MIFF, January 18 to 29, 1982. The building has also been the subject of controversies due to the history. Prior the Manila Film Center, the Philippines did not have an official national film archive, which is why on January 1981, then the First Lady Imelda Marcos spearheaded the building of the first Manila Center under the supervision of Betty Benitez, the spouse of the Deputy MHS, Minister Jose Conrado. They organized a group to pursue the project. Ramon M. Ignacio Sr., Technology Officer at the Technology Resource Center. Among the Film Center's project components were the 360-degree theater that will show image of past and present, historical and tourism scenes for the future generations to see. Despite the futuristic and concept creativity of Ignacio, only 2 project components were actually done. UNESCO assistance was invaluable in the design of the archive, so they were asked to be consultants of the project. Several ocular visits were done by UNESCO. In 1981, the building was then designed to have 2 components, which were the auditoria and the archives according to Hong. It required 4,000 workers working in 3 shifts across 24 hours. 1,000 workers constructed the lobby in 72 hours, a job which would normally entail 6 weeks of labor. The Film Center opened in 1982, costing an estimate of $25 million.
Fox Art Theater is also known as the Tanghalang Francisco Balagtas. It is one of the performance venues of the Cultural Center of the Philippines. This covered proscenium amphitheater is where entertainment such as popular concerts, musicals, and plays are usually staged. It has 8,458 seating capacity in 10 sections. The theater takes its name from Francisco Baltasar, also known as Francisco Balagtas, in ode to the country's greatest poet. The theater was built in 90 days and was designed by Leandro D. Locsin in 1974. The building was officially authorized by First Lady Imelda Marcos for the Miss Universe Beauty Pageant in 1974, which was to be held in Manila in the same year.
We are now here at the Cuneta Ashram. I am glad that I can welcome all of you here. But guys, did you all know that the Cuneta Ashram is an indoor arena that is located in Pasay, Philippines? Since the 1993 PBA season, it was better known as the home of the Philippines Basketball Association when it left the Phil Sports Arena that was then known as Ultra up until 1998, and since 2001, it hosts the local Basketball League sports competition. It has also hosted other political and church anniversaries. It is also the permanent home of the Philippines Superliga since 2014. And I would like to add that despite its names, the Cuneta Astrodome is not a dome-shaped indoor arena since its exterior is rectangular in shape, and also it was built in 1993. The arena became the PBA's home after the league signed a 5-year deal with the Pasay City government, which includes the league's office within the Astrodome's vicinity. The league also managed maintenance and marketing of the Astrodome. During the first 2 years, the league played all of its games except those played in provinces, exclusively at the Astrodome before limiting its schedules to Tuesday and Sunday games, as the league played its Friday games at the Araneta Coliseum in 1995.
Hi everyone, it was nice seeing you all here safe and sound. Let us all say thank you to our coach captain for bringing you here. I'm your step-on guide. My name is Mary J. Uraga, or you can call me Ate MJ. As we approach our next destination, I hope you could learn something from me. So just wait for a while till we approach our next destination. Let us all take a look on your side. You will see the Philippines premier event venue, World Trade Center Manila, here in Pasay. The World Trade Center Manila is the first exhibition center in the Philippines to be listed by the UFI, or the Union de Foix International, and is a member of the World Trade Center Association. The place was a political organization that can be located in any country. It supplies businesses with access to international trade services. They use the center to hold an event like exhibition, food and beverages expo, World Bazaar Festival, Chemical Expo Philippines, and other local and international expo. And not only that, the World Trade Center Manila were also hosted the fencing, karate, and wushu events at the 2019 Southeast Asian Games. So that would be all. I hope you guys learned a lot from me. See you around and keep safe. Goodbye!
And next, we are here at the Aliw Theater. This is the flagship entertainment venue of Star Parks Corporation, the owners of these developers of the country's only all-weather theme park, Star City. Personally designed by business mogul Fred J. Elizalde, Aliw Theater has been the venue for international and local concerts, ballet performances, and all types of corporate events. Aliw Theater is the choice alternative for corporate functions like seminars, meetings, and exhibits.
Star City, located in the city of Pasay and Metro Manila, Star City is one of the biggest and most popular amusement park in the Philippines, sprawling over 380,000 square feet. This is shown by 1.5 million people annually because of its theme decor and over 30 thrilling rides and attractions. Star City is established in 1991. The park caters both young and old with its indoor and outdoor fun activities. In addition to that, there are also machine games like Snowland, Laser Blaster, Walk on Water, etc. The park is a wonderful escape from the stressful life or routine that must be visited by tourists and locals. However, on October 2, 2019, just a few moments after midnight, the amusement park caught on fire and 90% of the complex was damaged. It was closed for reconstructions. After 2 years of rebuilding Star City, it was scheduled to open on January 14, 2022, but was postponed for a month due to the surge of COVID-19 cases and by the Omicron variety of virus. But after 2 consecutive years and months, the Star City was once again opened on February 24, 2022. Star City returns with a more spacious and minimalist layout, occupying 2 floors of its original 3 to 4 hectares. Tourists and guests can expect to see rides such as the Grand Carousel, Star Wheel, Telecombat, Wacky Worm, and any Egyptian spinning coaster, and other extreme rides like Jungle Splash, Seahorse, Vikings, Star Flyers, and immerse yourself with a magical and snowy experience with Snow World.
On my right, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas was founded on January 3, 1974 with the aim to collect Filipino coins and notes to trace the monetary history of the Philippines and assemble a fine collection of rare and unusual coins from all over the world. It was built through the collection in the bank's possession and from the donations of illustrious collectors and dealers. So as a repository and custodian of the country's numismatic heritage, the museum collects, studies, and preserves coins, paper notes, medals, artifacts, and monetary items was also found in the Philippines during its different historical periods.
So we are here now at the Metropolitan Museum of Manila. It's a museum located within the complex of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas along Roas Boulevard in Malate, Manila, Philippines. It bills itself as the Philippine premier museum of modern and contemporary visual arts and also established in 1976. It was known as the first Philippine art institution to offer a bilingual and pedagogical program, partly subsidized by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. The administration of the museum was entrusted to the Metropolitan Museum of the Philippines Foundation in 1979. As you can see on your window, the museum houses a collection of art and historical artifacts donated by the BSP, such as pre-Hispanic goldwork and pottery, religious artwork, as well as some artworks by Felix Resurrection Hidalgo. The rest of the museum is dedicated to Philippine contemporary featuring works of various Filipino artists. So we are now approaching the Bay Walk. It's a seaside promenade overlooking Manila Bay along Ross Boulevard in the city of Manila, Philippines. The Bay Walk is a 2-kilometer stretch from the U.S. Embassy and the Cultural Center of the Philippines, just past the Philippine Yacht Club. As you can see on your window, Baywalk is a popular venue at night with open-air cafes that serve local cuisines while onlooker may watch the Manila sunset. Many of the venues also feature music and live band performance. Local artists frequent the area and free mime, acrobatics, and other art performances can sometimes be found along the trip.
Let's go to the Embassy of the United States of America to the Philippines. It is the diplomatic mission of the United States in the Philippines. It is situated in the building of the Manila American Embassy along Ross Boulevard in Ermita, Manila. The embassy has been representing the United States government since the Philippines was granted independence on July 4, 1946. The Manila Mission is one of the U.S. Department of State's largest posts, employing close to 300 Americans and 1,000 foreign service national employees. The mission also hosts the only foreign office of the Department of Veteran Affairs, which caters to some 18,000 American and Filipino veterans and their widows in the Philippines.
And we are now here at the Museo Pambata. The Museo Pambata is a children's interactive museum, the first of its kind in the Philippines. It is a sense an alternative to the formal classroom environment where learning resembles a one-way street. The teachers imparts knowledge and the students absorb it. And also, unlike the traditional museum where terms are stored behind glass and touching it is highly discouraged, Museo Pambata invites visitors to learn with the exhibits by using their total senses. It envisions itself as a discovery museum and resources center promoting Filipino global culture, children's advocacy programs, and creative educational programs with linkages to global communities. The museum also has regular programs and events for various sectors.
Luneta, also known as Luneta Park Manila's iconic 58-hectare park is considered as one of the most historical places in Manila because this is where Jose Rizal was executed on December 30, 1896, the day that led to a revolution. Before it was known as the site of Rizal's death, it began as barely habitable marshland, then became a hub of the Spanish leisure class, originally named as Bagong Bayan. Of the new village, the park's proximity to some government offices, its accessibility from the new country, homes being built in the outskirts, and the fresh air it brings from the sea is respite from the tropical heat. That's why it was an ideal spot for the Spanish and Manila alike seeking comfort. The Luneta Park Tagalog drew its name from the word lunet, meaning crescent shape, structure for defense used in fortification in the 17th to 18th centuries. Luneta Park then became the capital's killing field, the place of martyrdom of 3 secular priests falsely accused of leading an uprising: Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora, Gambursa, and of course, Jose Rizal's execution site. His remains were dumped in an unmarked grave at the Paco Cemetery, but in 1898, it was transferred to the Rizal Park Monument in Luneta under American rule. Luneta Park location is the most historic site in the Philippines. It is found in Ermita, Manila. There are many things to do in Luneta Park at night and day. These are picnic, walking tour, visiting the Chinese and Japanese gardens, learning arts and culture at National Museum, watching the dancing fountains in Luneta Park at night. And the Rizal Park Monument is a 42-feet standing bronze sculpture of Rizal set on granite stone, base which remains are interred inside.
The Manila Ocean Park is an oceanarium in Manila, Philippines. It is owned by China Oceanis Philippines Incorporation, China Oceanis and Singaporean registered firm that has operated on oceanariums in China. It is located behind the Carino Grandstand in Rizal Park. It opened on March 1, 2008. In terms of the floor and the space, it's 8,000 square meters and 86,000 square feet. Oceanarium is larger than Sentosa Underwater World Oceanarium in Singapore and features a 25 meters and 82 feet under acrylic tunnel. Manila Ocean Park is the first world-class marine theme park and premier educational facility, an integrated urban resort with marine life, attractions, and aqua-themed hotel. The Oceanarium is home to 14,000 marine creatures from around 277 species to all indigenous in the Philippines and Southeast Asia. The Oceanarium is a stunning walkthrough of the watery depths, featuring 7 sections and containing 3,000 cubic meters of sea waters. At the heart of 55 meters journey inside the Oceanarium is the main attractions of negative 220 curve walk-away tunnel with spectacular underwater view of amazing sea creatures and swimming overheads.